Hello, welcome to Foodie Mom. Today we are making chicken parmesan, and I have a secret, well, I always say secret ingredient, but it's not really a secret. We are going to be using brochai stuffing mix to make it. Let's go ahead and get into the video. So first you want to thinly slice your chicken breast like that. So I'm taking one chicken breast and I'm just cutting it down the middle, horizontally, like this, just like that. Oops, just like that. And some of them are a little thick. So now I washed my hands and now we are going to prepare our chicken. So for the egg wash, we are going to use 1 egg for 2 chicken breasts. So I have 4 eggs in front of me. I have 8 chicken breasts, and then we are going to use some Parmesan and some mozzarella for this recipe. And then we have our seasonings, and you want to just gather a couple of plates. So first we want to get some flour because we are going to dip our chicken in the flour first. And we're going to use, I never really measure nowadays, but we are going to use about that much flour. And if we need more, we can always get more. It's not a big deal. Close that up before I spill it, because I will. And I do like to season my flour, so we are going to season with some salt. And you can measure with your heart like I do, or you can just measure it out. You can do about 1 cup of flour. You can add 1 tablespoon of each of the seasonings. So I'm doing smoked paprika, some onion powder. Well, I guess I'll use the rest of that. Some minced onion, and some oregano. And we are also going to go in with some Italian seasoning as well, but I did not get that out, so let me go grab that. Well, my Italian seasoning is all gone, which I was not aware of. So we are just going to, you can also add some rosemary. I have to get more of that too. So this is our seasonings for today. Just give it a little mix. It don't have to be too mixed, you know. And that should be good. Now scoot that aside. And now we are going to crack our eggs onto our, this is actually a lid, but it has the raised edges, so the egg does not, you know, fall off the side of it. Beat these up a little bit, give it a little mix. Just go ahead and make sure you get it all mixed in. Let's add our pepper to our eggs because I did not add it to the flour. That should be good. Now we are going to take our box of stuffing mix. Give it a little crunch. Okay, that should be good. And we're gonna pour all of that onto our plate. Okay, perfect. So we're gonna get another plate. Ooh, get another plate. And we are going to take our chicken, place it in the flour, pressing it in. I should have got a bigger plate for this. I guess I didn't realize the chicken breasts were that long. So I'm just gonna use my hands. Although I did not want to, it's all good. Go ahead and press all the flour in. This can get a little messy, That is okay, because we can always clean it up. Now we're gonna dip it into our egg wash. Make sure it's both sides get coated. I'm making a big mess here, but yeah, so now that that's all coated, we're going to lay it on here, press it down in there so that the breadcrumbs can stick. This is going to be so good. Should have crunched it up a little bit more, but I think it'll do what it's supposed to. I just need bigger dishes, because this ain't really doing what I need it to do. So this is how it should look. Lay that on the plate and repeat the steps until all of your chicken is done. At this point, I don't even care about the mess that I'm making because I already made a mess. We got that. While that's in there, take another one, lay it on top. Oh, we need a little bit more down here. Cool, cool. Now, if you want to pound your chicken out to make it all even, you can do that. If you have a meat tenderizer or honestly anything that you can use to pound it, just cover it up with some parchment paper and pound it. I did not do that because I have to go get my kids from school here in a little bit, so I did skip that step today. Honestly, when it comes to the chicken parmesan, the preparation always takes the longest, but once you are done with the preparation, everything else is so much easier. Everything is easy. Everything else runs smooth after that, if that makes sense. Looks like I am running a little low on my breading. So one box would probably be good for about 4 to 5 servings of chicken. But I do have breadcrumbs that I will have to use probably. We'll see. I don't think this is gonna be enough for 4 more pieces of chicken. I don't think so. And I got these little baby pieces for my little ones. It is wiser to, typically I would keep one hand for dry, one hand for wet. So like this hand would be doing this hand would be doing that and that. But we are already too deep in right now to change. So I'm just gonna be messy. I'm gonna have my husband pour some breadcrumbs. Do you guys know what? I found another box. I just realized it's apple and bacon flavor. So it's all good though. It'll still be delicious. And we don't need the whole bag, but let's give it a crunch. Anyways, did I crunch these up enough? No. We'll do that for now. Oops. Press it in. And we got one more. And guys, we had just enough eggs. I did not have to crack any more eggs, so 2 eggs per 1 breast was perfect. And we are gonna head over to the stove after I clean this up, and we are gonna heat some oil up and get these cooking so we can bake it. Let me clean up my big old mess. Also for this recipe, I would have used gloves, but I'm all out of gloves. So if you have gloves, I would recommend using them. And I am not sweeping this onto the floor. I'm sweeping it into a bowl. So we are gonna turn the heat up on this oven to medium high. So to the pan, we're gonna add enough olive oil. And we're gonna let that heat up. Okay, our oil is hot and bothered. So now we are going to add our chicken. Be careful doing this because the oil is probably really hot. Oh, it's not as hot as I thought. We'll do 2 breasts at a time because we don't want to overwhelm the pan. And we're just gonna let that get nice and crispy. So now we are going to check and see if it's ready to be flipped. It looks like it might be. Yep, nice and crispy. That's what we're looking for. I feel like I need more oil, but I don't want to use too much oil. But look at that. It's crispy and nice. So we're gonna let that side cook and then I'll show you guys what's next. While that's cooking, we are gonna prep our pan and we are gonna start by just spraying it so the chicken doesn't get stuck to the pan. And I might need another pan because I have 8 chickens. We are also going to spray this pan. That should be good. Okay, so I'm gonna try to fit 4 in a pan. And let me see, it's good. Yep, it fits. So our chicken is nice and crispy. And we are going to go ahead and add some Parmesan. We are gonna just grate some on here. I don't know, I should maybe use this one. Just grate some Parmesan directly on it. Maybe not use that side. I might use this side. You can use the one that's already shredded, but this one just tastes a lot better. I don't know what it is, but we're gonna go ahead and top it with that. So once we have that, you want to take some mozzarella. I'm using a half of this mozzarella. You can also use shredded mozzarella, but you just want to cut a little bit, some slices, about that thick, nothing too crazy. On top, like that. And I'm just gonna like break this up, add a little piece on that, and then just do that. Now that that is good, so I'm using this sauce today. I'm not even gonna try to say the name, Botticelli. Don't know. And you just want to top each chicken with enough sauce. But we still need half the other half of the jar for the other pan. And then I'm just gonna add some black pepper and some oregano. You can also add some Italian seasoning if you have that. So now that we are done with that, we're gonna pop this in the oven at 350 degrees Fahrenheit for about 30 to 35 minutes until the internal temperature reaches about 165 degrees Fahrenheit. And I will come back and show you guys how that turns out. So we are gonna top this off with some of that shredded Parmesan. I like how I shredded this one up. There's way more Parmesan on this plate. We're just gonna do a little bit of crumbles of this because I don't have enough. I used more Parmesan on this plate than I did the other plate, but I used more mozzarella on the other plate than I did this plate or pan. We're just gonna pour the rest of our sauce over the top. And of course our black pepper. and some oregano. This is going in the oven. And now it's time to plate. I paired this with spaghetti pasta, of course. This would also go well with some steamed vegetables like broccoli, a simple side salad, and some homemade dinner rolls if you're feeling extra fancy. And just like that, dinner is served. Golden, crispy chicken, that rich marinara, and all that melty cheese. This one right here is comfort on a plate. I garnished this with some fresh parsley. Look how perfect. Oh my goodness. If you try this chicken parmesan, let me know how it turns out in the comments. I love hearing from you. And don't forget to save this recipe for later and share it with someone who needs a good homemade meal tonight. If you enjoyed this recipe, make sure you subscribe so you can follow along for more simple, feel-good recipes just like this one. And I'll see you in the next one. Thank you so much for cooking with me today.